to apply a tone ground for charcoal drawing. First of all, you want to make sure that you have handy some tissue, something to wipe your hands. Also, you may want to make sure that you have something actually to rest your hand on, and something to put your materials either in or on your desk before you begin. I also like to make sure that I have something that I'm going to make sure that I can cover my work with when I'm finished. And in this instance, I'm going to have a second sheet of paper. I've already done my 1-inch frame that I've drawn around the edge. So I drew the 1-inch frame. I'm going to lay the piece of paper that I'm going to use for my cover. Make sure that my charcoal drawing doesn't get messed up in the meantime. And I have some tape. And all I'm going to do is take the tape before I do my ground even. Take the tape, do it over the edge here, over the edge. And I'm just folding that back, folding it back. This way, I can open up my paper. I can work here. And I have my cover so it doesn't get messed up when I get finished. So, there are a couple different ways that we can go about doing this. To apply a tone ground, it's pretty easy. You want to make sure you have your vine charcoal. They're different charcoals. The vine charcoals are the lighter ones, lighter weight. There are, they do come in round pieces or rectangular, but they're a lot lighter. There are compressed charcoal that are rectangular as well, but you can tell the difference. Also, when you make marks with them, you'll be able to tell the mark is actually different in how it will smear or not smear. Notice this one that's compressed doesn't smear as well. This one smears very easily. Very easily, okay? So, you can use vine charcoal, is what you want to use. And you could use powdered charcoal. You could take a emery board or a nail file, and you can take your vine charcoal and you can just make dust basically on to your paper. That is probably my preferred method for doing this. You can also do the same thing with a knife or a serrated edge, just kind of going over the edge of it a little bit at a time. Have a pair of scissors, just going over the edge of it, scraping some off, a little bit at a time. Okay, that takes a little bit longer than the other way. The other thing you can do is you can just take the stick itself, hold it on its edge, and very lightly on the paper, just go over the paper. Okay, what you want to do is after you've covered this paper, then you're going to take, it could be a rag, okay, a soft rag. It can be, you could use a piece of tissue, a piece of paper towel, but you want to keep your fingers, your oils, off of the main part where you're drawing, and you want to use a big circular motion, and you want to get this all an even tone. You can go in and use more. You'll see that mine, right now, it's not enough, okay? Definitely need more. I can go in. It's okay if I go over the line. I just don't want to get all on my table because I don't want the charcoal to be all on my workspace. Okay. Until I get a medium gray. I don't want it black. I don't want it too dark. I'm going to put something, because I have a texture on this desk, I'm going to put something up underneath mine where I'm working right now, where I don't keep getting that underneath here. It does affect my work surface. And to make this go a little bit faster, I'm going to go back to my like I said, you don't have to do it this way. You can do it on its side. All these different methods work. You have to be careful. You can get it too dark really quick using the powdery, more powdery. You don't want any kind of pattern in it. Okay. And if I feel like I'm starting to get it too dark, change tissue. And I'm not really worried about the edges not being real clean, but I want to make sure that I did get all the way out to the edges and that I got a pretty even surface. Now I can, if I go back and forth, I can go back and forth in one direction, and I can go back and forth the other direction. Then I want to go diagonally. I just don't want just a pattern going only in one direction. I want it to be pretty even, where it's fairly the same tone of gray all the way across my paper. And that is how to apply a tone round for charcoal drawing. Next, we'll start using this in our charcoal drawing. Make sure you wash your hands. Try to keep your hands off the center part. Do want to make sure you don't put anything on top, and cover it until you come back to it and start doing your drawings.